Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. Welcome, Capricorn. This will be your spiritual path reading. Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? We have the Nine of Cups reversed, okay, Capricorn? So the energy of the Nine of Cups reversed, what I'm seeing here is that you are entering a season of getting what you want. You've been clapping for others, you've been congratulating others, you've been smiling for others, you've been happy for other people, but it's time for you to also be congratulated. It's time for you to also, be like, it's time for you to receive the applause that you've been giving to others. It's time for you to get the energy back that you've been giving to the world, those in your reality, in your life, in your world, right? It's like it's so easy to look at another person's life, and because of what's happening in your life, you want to hate on that person or look at them with evil eye or want them to not be in the position of life that they're in because of what's happening in your life. But how are you going to get to a better predicament in your reality if you don't want that for another person? How are you going to how do you want an energy that you can't even house within you? You can't house the energy of gratitude. You won't have anything to be grateful for. That's just an example, an analogy, a reference point, a case study. It's like you've given the energy out, so you're receiving it back. You're also not going to be surprised when your things start looking up, because you know you've been nothing but good, even inside of you, when no one is looking, which is in your thoughts and in your heart, right? Your emotions. You've been good in your spirit, in your body. You've been good. So expect that back. Now you're going to be looked at in applause and congratulations. I'm proud of you. Wow. Respect and all that, because that's what you gave to others, even with what you were dealing with in life. Now your things are going to start looking up. Things are going to start looking up for you, Capricorn. Yeah, from a position of none to plenty, whether that's just the material harvest of it or mental health or emotional stability or spiritual strength, or physical health, whatever was lacking in your reality, there's going to be plenty. It's time for you to receive, is what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, okay? Because you're in alignment to receive. You've made it to this point of your life. So many people don't make it to this point of breakthrough. So many people are stuck in karmic cycles or in karmic energy. So many people don't rise above their circumstances of life, but you have, and you're going to. It's your turn. You done clapping for others, so it's your turn. That God has watched you and trained you and tested you to be a good person, or to see if you are a good person. And you always chose that for yourself. So that's what you're going to receive. That's the energy you chose. You chose to be good, have good energy. So that's what you're going to receive. That's the time you spent and the energy you sent out. Some people spend so much time being bitter. Someone has been bitter for 15 years. Someone out there has been angry for 5 years. Somebody has thought about the same memory for 20 years straight. Like, people are stuck in what they're stuck in. And it's a blessing truly to make it out of the things of life you've been stuck in, because you also could have fallen into the energy of stagnancy, because you can't transmute your energy, you can't alchemize what you're going through to work in your favor. So you carry it like a burden, like a cross, right? Instead of understanding that it's just like that right now. I'm just going through this right now. It's not my whole entire life and identity. And that's where people mistaken it. That's why you see people in the same energy for years until they even pass on. And they never got the chance to be outside of that energy because they never chose to. They remain, oh, I'm bitter, I'm angry, I'm negative, I'm this, I'm that. How is there going to be good changes in your life if you're not in good energy? You can't ask for something you are not open to receiving. You don't house the energy to receive what you're asking for. So you choosing to heal, Capricorn, is the best decision you've ever made in your life. You choosing to heal from the things that happened to you, things were said, things were done, is the best decision you'll ever have made in your life, even moving forward. Every time you choose to heal from a situation, if you take a look at the results of your choice and decisions, it's always going to work out in your favor. So always look at the way your life goes and why it goes the way it does. Reflect on the decisions and choices you've made and understand how to use that in your favor. Like, oh, I see that when I make decisions and choices with this approach, it gets me to that predicament. So I'll stay in that energy because I want to further progress in that energy, in that predicament. If you stay in that energy and it doesn't work in your favor, do different, choose different, right? We have the Lovers reversed. Because if you don't make decisions and choices that will work in your favor, you'll stay in a repeated cycle, repeated listen, and you won't evolve, you won't elevate, you won't ascend, you won't heal if you don't choose to. But you've been choosing to heal. And for many years, you've had to cleanse your mind, cleanse your heart, cleanse your spirit and body from all the traumas that you faced. And it's a process that you went through because you have so much that you have experienced. So much has happened to you, Capricorn. It's such a blessing that you're alive right now, or you have the willpower to want to be alive because so much has happened to you. So much that till this day you are still processing and healing from, and allowing yourself to at least get to that point of where you want to be better than what happened to you is the reason you will be better than what happened to you. Hence, there's beautiful outcomes and results of life that are waiting for you. You're not going to regret the decision and choices you've made because they are going to get you to where you need to be. A beautiful life is what awaits you. A life filled with nothing but beautiful experiences, beautiful moments, just beauty, right? Like coming out of the darkness into a beautiful predicament. Coming out of the darkness, right, is a resultant of the decisions and choices you've made. The outcome is because of what you've done, right? It's you, Capricorn, that made sure that you don't allow that to affect you to that degree. It's you, Capricorn, that makes sure that you go to therapy, or you look in the mirror and address what's wrong, or you release that and let that go and move on, or you leave it alone or leave them alone and move on with life and let them go, right? Because you could have taken upon the towers of your life, like, oh, this happened or that happened. He said this, she said that, they acted like this towards me. You could have also just carried that and never saw past it with the moon. Never saw past it, never saw past it, never rise above it. But that's not your destiny and fate because you've actively sown different seeds and you're about to reap those rewards. Yeah, literally. We have death here. Death is a representation of evolution, a transition, a shift, a transformation. That's the energy. That's the energy. Okay? It's like how life is going to keep happening in your daily basis. Every day is going to be better than yesterday. There's going to be solutions to problems. There's going to be emotions that are in alignment with the higher frequency. There's going to be thoughts that are in alignment with the higher frequency. You're going to always get better. Things are always going to be better every day. There's always going to be a shift, a change in the energy in your life and in your identity, but for the better of you. You are always going to be okay because you choose to be. Even in moments that you're not, you choose to be okay. Hence, you're going to be okay. Because it's easy for something to happen and you stay in what happened to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But when you say no, of course, there's going to be a difference. When you choose not to be the trauma, it becomes your footstool. When you choose not to be what happened to you, you rise above it. It's like you don't lack mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health. There's plenty of that. And wherever there is lack right now within those domains, that's not the destiny and fates that you're meant to be in alignment with. You're meant to rise above that and actually reach health and be okay. That is what is to come, Capricorn. You're going to be okay, no matter what it seems like right now. Keep making decisions and choices that you will be proud of. Do not just make a decision and choice right then and there in that moment because of what's happening. Think about your own future. Think about your own self. If you don't choose yourself, you lose yourself. Literally, you lose yourself in what was said to you, what was done, what happened. It'll just take you. But if you want to remain in your body, in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, you have to choose that. It's not your energy just because it happened to you or it was said about you. It's not your energy. We have the Knight of Wands, and things are going to be okay, Capricorn, because that is a part of what you've chosen for yourself and your decisions. You're going to find new spark in life. A new day is going to feel like a new day. It won't be burdened by yesterday's troubles and tribulations and mishaps, right? It's going to be a new day. God is going to continuously bless you every day because you choose that energy for yourself. When you align yourself with that energy by reflecting and addressing the things you go through and understanding that you need to let go and move on, and understanding that you need to shed old skin and old people need to stay behind, and understanding that you do grow. So allow yourself to grow, no matter what it means to grow in that moment. If you have to leave that behind or leave that, it's like allowing and surrendering. That's what earns you the outcome of favor, because you choose to just, it's like you choose the unknown right then and there. You know what making this decision and choice is going to get you to. Like, if I choose to be a negative person, I know that my life is going to be filled with negativity. But I want to be a good person because I want good things. So surrendering yourself to good energy is surrendering yourself to the unknown of what good is actually going to unravel in your life. You don't know that being that good person that you are, having that good mind and heart and spirit, you don't know what doors it's going to unlock for you, who God can throw into your path for your highest good, what opportunity God can bring to your doorstep. You don't know. God works in miraculous ways. You just need to choose your miracle. We have the Two of Cups. So your relationship with God is your relationship with God. It doesn't need to be understood by anyone. Your relationship with the Most High God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine, it's yours alone. So allow it to be that. So the way your life goes, your prayers and your fasting and your belief system and your faith and your trust is yours, in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, in you. Allow everybody else to be everybody else. It's not on you, right? So Capricorn, expect nothing more, nothing less than good things. You're not going to be burdened by life, no matter if you're facing a burdensome situation right now. It's not your whole entire life or whole entire identity. It's just right now. 5 years ago was not right now. You know what 5 years ago was. And if you had believed that 5 years ago will be right now, you would have still be who you are 5 years ago. Yeah, the High Priestess. You are intuitive and in alignment and in sync and in tune with the universe. The life that you are living, the reality, the paradigm of life you're in, the world that is of yours. Your frequency, your wavelength, and your vibration, you are deeply rooted in that. You are in tune, right? So the things that happen to you are always for your highest good because of that. Literally. It's like God doesn't play about you. The divine doesn't play about you. All right, Capricorn? You could have chosen to be a bad person. You could have chosen to have that energy in your heart, your mind, and your spirit, but you didn't. And because of that choice, you are in alignment with a higher vibration, a higher wavelength, and a higher frequency. You will always rise above the next person. Yeah, look at that. The Empress, you'll always rise. Literally, you'll always rise above it. People will always be ashamed and humiliated and embarrassed with what they did to you, how they spoke to you, how they treated you, what they said. It's like they'll always be embarrassed about their behaviors when you always rise above it. The one that tried to cause you trauma will be embarrassed that they even tried to inflict that trauma in your life, in your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your body when you rise above it. They'll always walk with their head down in your remembrance. They'll bow as their memories haunt them. Yeah, it's like your future is looking really bright. It's looking really bright. And any weapon that was formed never prospered, right? That's why your future is looking bright, because so much could have happened to you, but it didn't. And that's because of your spiritual covering. God is on your side. Like I said, we have judgment reversed. And because of that truth, everything will always be okay in the end, no matter what it seems to be in that moment. All right? The end will always have favor in it, no matter how it seems in the moment before the end of it. When you get to the end of the tunnel, there'll always be light. All right? Because you are actually going to get to the light, right? I see here with the Three of Pentacles reversed, there's so many enemies that you've had in your life, even currently, right? So many negative situations, so many negative thoughts and emotions that you've transmuted and alchemized into a high vibration, a high frequency and wavelength, that even the enemies themselves are ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated for even choosing to be your enemy. They regret it, all right? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. This was your spiritual path reading. I thank you so much for your time, Capricorn. Goodbye.